Welcome to Session 2, Lifestyle and Motivation. These are the learning outcomes for this session. To enter into Session 2, we click on Session 2. We arrow forward. The first thing we do is we ask the patient how they've been going with their goals over the past week. So in this instance, the patient scored themselves out of 10 of progressing towards their goal, of 1 being not much progress and 10 being fully achieved the goal. So they've achieved a 6. So what we do is we congratulate our patient on improving their portion control, and then we discuss with them what they think that they could do to get that score from a 6 to a 10. So we listen to the patient, give them support and encouragement. Just as by the by, you'll see a tab down here, Set New Nutritional Goal. You've got this option on the first occasion during each session to set new goals. You can set a maximum of 3 goals for each activity, whether it be nutritional goals, physical activity, or lifestyle goals. We'll continue with this goal for the sake of this session. Then we ask them how they went with starting riding their bike. Again, they've scored that a 7 out of 10. We congratulate them on their achievements thus far and ask them how they might be able to get that score to a 10. Okay, we then ask them how they went with their buying their new activewear, and it looks as though they've achieved that well, so a 10. So this might be an opportunity now that they've achieved that goal. You'd then ask your patient, would you like to set a new lifestyle goal? You simply click on the button and you can set a new goal. In this instance, they might choose to smoke less and move forward. Selected a new goal. So we score with smoking less, how ready, how important, how confident, and what their understanding of the matter may be, and they select those buttons. Again, we just apply the usual goal setting techniques we spoke about in the initial consult. So moving forward, we now get to the point, now that we've discussed our goals and or set new goals, we'll weigh the patient again, enter their new weight, whatever that might be. Their height will remain constant. The BMI will automatically calculate. We'll do a waist circumference as well, so we measure their waist circumference, and we record their steps if applicable. Just as a reminder, you've always got this BMI graph and the waist circumference information here at your disposal should you wish to review it yourself or show your patients. Moving forward, we're going to ask them to fill out a lifestyle questionnaire here rather. This is very helpful and beneficial activity, this one. It's doing something different in the background. It's not just recording their lifestyle, it's actually calculating the cost of their living. So we get them to fill this in. So how much stress do they have in their life? So 1 being low and 10 being very high. Whether they smoke cigarettes, either packs per day, you could put in 0.5 if it was less than a pack, but for the purpose of today, we'll leave it as a packet of cigarettes. Ask them if they've got a support system, either clicking yes or no. Record their screen time, hours per week. That will be usually pretty high depending on how much people use mobile phones, social media, computers or TVs. For the sake of this, we'll put it in at 120 hours per week. We ask them whether they eat a well-balanced diet. That could be yes or no. You'll generally find people will say yes, whether it is or not. Then we can record how many times they eat out. So in this instance, I've typed in here that they eat out for breakfast once a week, for lunch 3 times a week, and dinner 2 times a week. That will vary from patient to patient. We want to record how many coffees they have weekly or energy drinks. So in this instance, I put 1 per day, which is 7 a week. Sodas and snacks, it's per day. You might find your patient might have 2 soft drinks a day. And whether they drink alcohol, for the sake of this, I've typed in 30 standard drinks per week. We'll ask if their job's active or sedentary, fill that in, how many minutes a week they spend doing their favourite recreational activity, and whether they participate in resistance training, and how much walking they do per day. Arrow forward, and what you'll find that it's actually done a monthly budget for your patient. This is particularly beneficial when your patient indicates to you that they don't have sufficient funds to eat healthily or to participate in their favourite recreational activity, whether that be a gym membership, membership to a pool, buying new sand shoes, etc. You can just put this in front of your patient and ask them if they feel as if there's anywhere they may be able to trim some of their expenditure to afford something to help them move more towards a healthy lifestyle. So once you've had that discussion with your patient, we move forward. Then we're going to talk a little bit about managing the challenges of how everyone tries to be healthy. They slip up, they feel disappointed, they lose motivation because they feel as if they've let themselves, and then they try to be healthy again. So this is the normal cycle of making changes in the life. So we'll move forward from there, and then we could discuss with our patient, here's some techniques that they could use. This is how some other people have managed this challenge and have been successful. So we could discuss that it's important to be motivated to change, to have a positive attitude, to have the support which we're providing them on this program, to plan and set personal goals, which we're doing in this program, to take small steps towards these goals, which we're doing in this program, to track their progress, which this program does, to review their goals regularly, which we do in this program, to plan for setbacks, which we can talk about, and celebrate their achievements with non-food rewards. That could be, buying a new set of golf clubs. It could be going on a holiday. It could be just giving themselves a break each day to do their favourite activity, and then to learn from their experience, both the good and bad. We'll then move forward and discuss that small changes matter, and that even just small changes will help them reduce the risk factors of cardiovascular disease, help with the prevention of type 2 diabetes, and improve the quality of life, particularly with self-esteem and depression and other mental illness, should that be applicable. Then just ask them to think of an area of life that they would like to improve, and to picture a vision of their life at their optimum wellness. That's the end of that session. It's only a 10-minute session, and they can review their report as per usual. Just as a reminder, this report can be printed or downloaded and uploaded to clinical software should you want to do that. And again, I recommend that you ask your patient to take a photo of that so they can keep a record and stay encouraged with their progress. That's it for session 2.